All right, hey guys, this is Coach Marcus Jones. I want to welcome you to tonight's Zilara Testimonials overview. Some people will share how they start and end their day. And so I want to welcome any of our guests who are watching here on Zoom live and also people who may be watching on Facebook since we are streaming live. Additionally, I want to also welcome anyone who's watching the replay of this quick discussion. Now, we do this every single Monday night at 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. And the Zoom link is one team, one dream hangout.com on Zoom. We also stream these live on Facebook so we can reach more people because we people need help and we want to get these products into the hands of as many people as possible. But a little bit about me, I've been with this company since February 2019. On July 4th will be 89 months with the company. So it's been an amazing ride. And so I've seen a lot. I joined HBN first, which I joined for free. And then when GoDasana introduced the networking side, I joined GoDasana. I believe that was in 2023. So I've been here for a while, and I'm excited for you guys to hop on here and hear this information. I'm also excited to hear the testimonials from people who want to share. So if you guys are on here and you would like to share a story on how you start your day or how you end your day or have someone else's story you want to share, raise your hand. I already have two people whose hands are raised, Eureka and Jessica. So that's great. Anyone else that would like to share, raise your hand. You don't have to turn on your camera. You can keep your camera off, and or you can type it in the chat on Zoom, or you can type it in the comments on Facebook, and I'll read your testimonial there. But a little bit about the company. So Zilara is the main company now. So a little over 5 weeks ago, the company, Paula Scarcella, our founder, CEO, she took HBN, which is Heart by Naturals, which is primarily supplements and superfoods. And then she took Goldasana, which is primarily essential oils with some personal care products with the soap, the deodorant, the tooth powder, the body oil, the beard oil, the hair serum, the skin serum. Took those two companies and merged them under Zilara. Okay, that happened on May 22nd, 2025, and also introduced a new product called Cocoa Blue with Zilara. So now we have two companies that merged into one. So we have three different wellness ranges. We have Cocoa Blue, which is made of ocean and earth vitamins and minerals. And Cocoa Blue is the company's most powerful formulation ever created. It's the most powerful one. And then we have Gosasana, which, like I said, essential oils primarily and some personal care products. And HBN is primarily supplements, and there are some personal care products, but HBN has the supplements and superfoods. So that is how the company is structured now. So previously, before the merge happened, people who wanted access to the different products had to either have an HBN account for the HBN products or have a GoDasana account to access the GoDasana products. Well, now people have one website, one account with Zilara, and most of the products are on the Zilara site. Now, if you guys come across a product that is not there, reach out to me or one of the leaders, and we can contact corporate that had that product added to the website. I discovered our prostate oil was not on the front facing page on Zilara.com, so that should be added soon. And prostate is one of the essential oil blends that's needed by men, especially men who are 40 and over. Amazing product. So because we're going to talk about some testimonials with some products, I have to give a medical disclaimer. I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving any type of medical advice, and we're not governed by the FDA here in America. And our products are not intended to diagnose, prevent, treat, or cure any disease or health conditions. And if you do have a pre-existing condition or are taking medication, or if you're under the care of a doctor and you have concerns about using any of the products, make sure you see your doctor or your pharmacist or your healthcare professional so they can give you clearance on using these products because they're very potent and they work. Now, the reason people are excited about joining us and buying these products is the fact that these are clean ingredients. Nothing is ever added to them. Nothing is taken from them. They're organic, they're non-GMO, gluten-free, they're dairy-free, they're soy-free. They're also keto friendly, and none of the products are ever tested on any animals. Okay. And they are from pure ingredients. And what the company does is when the ingredients reach the warehouse, the manufacturing facility in Cincinnati, Ohio, they are third party tested for potency and purity. And so if they don't meet the company standards, the company won't produce the formulation. Okay. And since we merged, people are wondering, well, what happened to the formulator? We still have the same formulator that we've had for the past 15 years. Her name is Alexandra Brighton. She's the one that came up with the formulation for Cocoa Blue. For those of you who are using Cocoa Blue, comment in the chat your experience using Cocoa Blue if you're not going to share verbally. Because I know Cocoa Blue is something I thought I didn't know, but it has a lot of benefits for it. I always thought black seed oil and fulvic minerals would be my number one and two products. Well, now Cocoa Blue has surpassed both of those products. Okay, they are that's a very potent for formulation, and everyone can benefit from that. Now we may have some people talking about their income, right? Their finances. No, for me, this opportunity has allowed me to leave corporate America after a 30-year career early. Last year, my last employer, over 17 years, they eliminated my position on September 3rd, 2025. And I decided I was never going to return to corporate America again. So I'm done. So I basically retired at the age of 56. So I'm retired early, and I am a seven-figure earner with this company. So this company helped to replace the income I was earning from my job. Now, because of that, our income disclaimer is simple. I work hard. I don't know if you work hard, so it's possible you could join us and not earn any money. However, with the pay plan we have now, customers who sign up an order for 10 BV, they buy a go-go stick, it's like $13, or they buy two deodorant sticks or a couple soap bars, or the Feel Good Be Good Do Good subscription. Customers go into the matrix and qualify for matrix paid down to 15 levels is 50 cents per person per level. So it's not going to be a whole lot of money, but after a few years, as your matrix grows, once it's filled out, people are going to be earning over $32,000 a month just in matrix pay, right? That's not going to happen tomorrow. Right? That's something that we see happening over a number of years, but that's just the benefit people have for being a customer who are buying the products every single month. So which is great. It's free to join us. No purchase is ever necessary to earn commissions. There's six ways we get paid, and every way is paid in real time except for the leadership bonus is paid. They split it up into two monthly payments. So, but I like real time pay because how many people spend money every single day? Every day we're spending money. Your internet, right? That you may be billed once a month, but you are incurring a daily charge to use the internet, your cell phone, your electricity. That's a daily bill your daily charge, you pay it once a month, but then people get paid occasionally, right? You get paid what, twice a month or every other week, but you're spending money every day. So I like the fact we have real time pay. So that's enough about the opportunity. We do have a more detailed overview about the opportunity on Wednesday nights, same time and on the same Zoom. So let me read some what people have posted in the comments, and then we'll get Eureka to unmute in a moment. But TR Moore, one of our leaders here, has lots of guests that are always attending. I think you're number four on the leaderboard. So she's up there about to get paid some extra money for being in fourth place. But great energy, it suppresses her appetite some. Yep, that's one of the other benefits of Cocoa Blue. Rasan North Carolina says, I have more energy during the day and rest better at night. That's my experience. And Betty says, I love Cocoa Blue, energetic, also helps with cravings. Yes, that's one of the benefits. And the reason why people are reporting their energy being higher is because that mitochondria. Remember in biology, like ninth or 10th grade, mitochondria. You would hear you heard about that energy producer. Well, cocoa blue goes and supports your mitochondria, and this is why you have the increase, with no fatigue and no and your energy is on high. And the one part of your body that needs, a lot of energy is your brain. Your brain has 2 million mitochondria cells. That's the most in your body. So that's why people are reporting they feel more focused and more clarity, because cocoa blue is providing support for your mitochondria, which produces the energy. All right. And Coach Charlotte says they have thicker hair, nails are stronger, regular bowel movements. That's another benefit. And skin is getting better. Yep. It's good stuff. And sleep is amazing. It's amazing stuff. All right. So that's enough. Let me get Eureka to unmute. Let me find the unmute button. And Eureka, you should be able to unmute and share. So I have Eureka, Jessica, Dr. Dorothy, and Tina.
Hello.
Hi.
Um, I start off my day with the Healing Trilogy, and I end my day um with the sleep magnesium. Um, and last week I was having trouble with sleeping, and my my Fitbit was telling me I was sleeping like 3 or 4 hours, and that wasn't good. So I was talking to Coach Charlotte, and she said, "Do you have any sleep magnesium?" I said, "Yeah," and I hadn't really thought about it. So I said, "It's right here." So before I went to sleep that night, I used some, and that night I slept like 7 hours, and the next night I slept like 9. So that does work. So that's all I got.
All right, Eureka. The Healing Trilogy, that was the first internal consumption product I used with when I joined HBN back in 2019. I signed up for free. I signed up for free like a lot of us did. Knew nothing about HBN. So my first purchase was like two soap bars and Nourish. In March, I started learning more about the company, and I read Paula's husband Ben's story. He was diagnosed with vasculitis, and that's an inflammatory cardiovascular condition. And Ben, he felt like he was having a stroke, and so within 10 weeks of using Mind, Body, and Soul, the Healing Trilogy, his vasculitis condition reversed. And so for me, being a former football player in college, I injured my knee twice. I had two surgeries by the time I was 26 years old on my right knee. And so I developed arthritis, which anyone who ever dealt with knee pain from arthritis is painful. So I was taking a leave, I was taking Tylenol, I was taking ibuprofen, putting ice on it, and putting those topical ointments on it just to have
Mhm.
temporary relief. Well, within a week of using Mind, Body, and Soul, the knee pain stopped. No more inflammation, none of that. So I'm glad, Eureka, you're enjoying the benefits of the Healing Trilogy. And now Body has been replaced with Body Beat Max in that kit, because Body Beat Max is Body on steroids, right? It's amazing. And then Sleep Magnesium Spray, I use it every night because in the evening time, because I do a lot. I have a lot I'm doing, and I need to wind down at night. And that sleep magnesium spray helps me wind down at night so I can get, my 6 or 7 hours sleep. So otherwise, I'd be up till midnight and still wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to the gym. And I need to get that sleep so my body can recover from the workouts. But I like the sleep magnesium spray because it provides magnesium. And that's the one mineral many people are deficient in. Okay, so this gives you 75 milligrams of magnesium per pump. And I probably use what, two pumps on each thigh, so that's four sprays. I do two on each shoulder, so that's eight more sprays. And then I do two more pumps into my abdomen. So I'm getting 10 pumps, right? So I'm getting 750 milligrams of magnesium. But for me, my body could be different. Like the minimum recommendation, well, the maximum recommendation is 350 milligrams a day, right? But I probably use a lot of magnesium daily because of my workouts. I'm also 6'2", about 210 pounds. So I'm not a small guy, so I probably can use more. But that's sleep magnesium spray does really help me calm down, and I'm usually sleep within 10 minutes of spraying it. And I'm out and I sleep the whole night. So that's a really good product to use for anyone that has difficulty falling asleep. But thank you, Eureka. And let me read. I'll get you, Jessica. Let me read. Someone shared a testimony on Facebook. So Barnes says energy throughout the day. We're talking about Cocoa Blue, clear skin. Yes, my wife commented on that last week. Sleep pattern has improved and eyebrows are fuller. Yes, last week my wife told me, had me look at her eyebrows, and she said they're darker and they're thicker. Okay, and so that's one of the benefits of Cocoa Blue. And Paul, our founder, she has been using Cocoa Blue longer than we have because she wanted to test it. Her gray hair is reversed. She sent pictures showing how her hair looked before and how it is now. The gray, like in the roots, ladies, I understand you guys dye the roots, so wherever you do, or there's no gray in her roots anymore. And Paul is 60 plus. Okay, so that's a good thing. It's a little late for me as far as the gray hair part. Maybe my goatee will reverse from using Cocoa Blue, but we'll see. All right, Jessica, you can go ahead and share.
All right, Coach, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, so I can definitely relate to the arthritis in the knees. I've even had injections before I had surgeries, so I definitely am grateful for these products. Um, I start my day. One of the products I start my day with is Slimmer Pro, and that has really. I do that with the Cocoa Blue for the mermaid juice, and that really has curbed my appetite. If I eat a lunch, it's usually a light lunch and then a dinner. I usually don't eat breakfast because my coffee is usually like my breakfast because I put protein in it. Um, and then I end my day with black seed oil. I will never go a day without black seed oil. There's 101 benefits to it. Black seed oil has been a game changer for me, where it's relieved pain and allowed me to exercise again. So I will never go a day without it. I wanted to talk about Cocoa Blue. I've been using Cocoa Blue for consistently for about 28 days now. And I have noticed, like you said, it's curves your appetite. I'm sleeping more sound. My skin is more, is more glowing and what's the word I'm for? I don't know if you want to say elasticity. I don't know. It's more firmer. Like it's hard to describe. It feels more fuller. Like it's not, like how collagen will do, if firmer or whatever. Um, Also, with the Cocoa Blue, um, I drove recently home to Pennsylvania, and it's about a 9-hour drive. And I took my Cocoa Blue in the morning before I left. Now, normally when I do a long distance drive like that, I normally have to get like, some caffeine, like a soda or, coffee or something. I did not have to do that. I was just concentrated on the road, ready to go, maintain everything, focus and clarity. And I didn't want to eat until I got home. And then the same way on the way back, um, I also used Focus Fuel because when you're at home and you're visiting people, you don't always sleep as much as you normally would, and busy driving around and everything. So I needed a little kick, so I used the Focus Fuel Go-Go stick, and that definitely, helped perk me up so I can continue going. Um, while I was home, I got a testimony from my aunt. She came up to me at the party and she goes, "I love that Focus Fuel Go-Go stick." She goes, I say, inhale, I keep it in my vehicle and it just keeps me like ready for the day and everything. So it just makes me feel good. So that's all I got, Coach.
All right, that's awesome. Yeah, the Slimmer Pro, when you mix it with Cocoa Blue, that's called mermaid juice. That right there, if you guys want to drop some weight safely without stimulants and without starving yourself, that combination is great because you're gonna have the energy, right? So you're gonna want you'll be up, and you're not. not the type of energy where you're jittery. Like I've drank Red Bull once in my life and never again. I was jittery and I felt like my heart was racing. Never that again. You don't feel like that, but you will notice more energy. You'll be more alert. But the Slimmer Pro comes in and helps to gently reduce the appetite. Right? It may provide energy because yesterday, Jessica, get the call. My mother-in-law calls first. He called my wife, and my wife didn't pick up. She called her mom back, and her mom shared her story. Then her dad called my father-in-law because we had sent them. We bought the mermaid juice, the little kit, the 7-day serving with, and they got the received the Slimmer Pro free. Well, we thought she was buying Cocoa Blue for her, and I forgot Slimmer Pro was in it. So anyway, she bought the Cocoa Blue from my father-in-law. He goes to gym. He's 78 years old. He's buff and cut. Goes to gym, and so he trains people. And so she got Cocoa Blue for him for after he works out and the energy. She started taking Slimmer Pro. Didn't tell us. My father-in-law called my wife and says, "Hey, I don't know what's in that Slimmer Pro, but your mom is up, right? Your mom is up. Asked me to bring her exercise bike out. She rode the bike for 40 minutes straight at 78, and then she was up cleaning the house, and then she cooked, and then she ate three meals. She usually doesn't eat three regular meals throughout the day, and then her bowel movements have been normal." And that's from Simmer Pro, right? So we told them keep doing it, and once they're done with their 7 days, we'll send them some more. And so that's what I like about the business is the fact that these products work for us, and so if it works for us, we have to share it with people we care about. We have to, and so um, and we do this every day. People do network marketing every single day, but don't get paid for it because we're always sharing things we like with people we know, right? And so yeah, my father-in-law, he's been selling his we send black oil bottles to him. He goes to the gym, he sells them to his friends at the gym because they run out. And so he's like their supplier, but he loves black oil, and that's gotten them both to reduce medications they were on at 78. So that's a good combination. Black oil, can't say enough about that. That right there is something everyone should have that one. And then Cocoa Blue, definitely with the energy and the focus and the clarity. That's been a common theme. And then Focus Fuel is one of my favorite go-go sticks. And so we have these essential oil nasal inhalers. They're called go-go sticks. It's like $12.95 for a stick. It's gonna last for a while. This lasts more than a month. I've had ones
Mhm.
I bought last year that I still use. So
Mhm.
but they definitely work. I think there's 9 of them. There may be more coming, but they definitely do what they are created to do. So thank you, Jess. Keep us updated on your aunt. If she uses any more products.
And also, a side I forgot to say about the Cocoa Blue. So Terry and I recently started going to Hot Works.
Mm-hmm.
And for anybody that's been to that type of environment, it is more of a it's very good for you, but it's more brutal because you're in a heat. So I'm thankful for Cocoa Blue because it gives us the energy to um, get through the workout and everything. And I tell you, where you're in there, you're like, oh my god, is it over? You know, it's like, okay, can I do this? Can I do this?
Mm-hmm.
But after you get done, you just feel it's hard to uh, how you feel. It's hard to describe. Couldn't think of the word. And but we keep craving wanting to go back for and do it again. So so it's something we've added to our routine, and then we're actually enjoying it. So
Yeah. Hot Works. I was a member for almost 2 years, so I would go to Hot Works first, and then I would go to my regular gym, or sometime I would go to my gym and finish a hot work. So I did the hot yoga and all those classes. And I set my box to 130 degrees. I set it to the highest temperature. And the only reason I stopped going because my skin started having like my skin started having these hard marks from like being burned. Like I'm being burned in that hot box. So that's why I canceled my membership. Plus
oh wow.
it was just, but the first time I did it, when I walked to the house, I stood at the entry door from the garage into the house. I stood there for 5 minutes because I was so drained the first time I went. All right, and
Mhm.
it's an intense workout. You know, you're doing these stretches and yoga, or And there's other classes you can do where it's more intense. So I did all of them, the bikes, everything, the rowing machines. But I just stopped going because I started getting these burn where my elbows were getting hard, and anyway, I felt like I was being cooked. So
Oh no, yeah, we definitely don't want.
I,
Definitely don't,
I, and it does increase your human growth hormone. So for people trying to lose weight, right, you probably want to, make sure you don't do it every day like I did. So if
yeah,
you
we're doing it like I think
yeah,
our goal is like 2 to 3 times a week, just to kind of because
yep,
it helps make your calories burn higher. Because
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
so yeah.
It's pretty good. But then I'm taller too, so my head was right at the top of the box. So
Oh yeah, yeah,
it wasn't it's good for little guys. But me and Seymour have a hard time fitting in there, right?
yeah.
So I worked out alone most of the time. I couldn't share with anybody. It's built for three people supposedly, but not three people who are 6'2" and above. It's built for like
No,
little people. Like Terry's not very tall, and so
he's a little
he's
taller than me, but and
yeah,
he's still a little
he's
tight with the two of
so.
us in there. So yeah, I can understand.
But for the little guys, don't get offended, fellas. Don't get offended. But the little guys, you guys can fit in that hot box at hot work. So, all right. Anything else you want to add?
No, that's it. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. All right, let me get Dr. Dorothy. Sorry to have you waiting. I know you back. You're done with physical therapy, right?
Yes, I am.
Awesome.
Hello, everybody. Okay, so I know I don't come on here very often, but I have many, many testimonies, but I will not give to you tonight, all of them. The first one I would like to share for one of our business partners. Her name is Nadia. She said it was okay to call her name. Her name is Nadia M. Young. Okay, so she had got the cocoa blue. And so I called her last week. I said, have you tried the cocoa blue yet? She said, no, I have not. I said, you got to try it, Nadia. So the next day she did try it when she went to work. And so this is what so I called her that evening. So this is what she said. She texted this to me. She said, I used the cocoa blue for the first time last week. When I used it, I was able to go through my day without feeling sluggish as I normally do in the afternoon after eating. I had so much energy that I did not even realize it was time for me to leave from work until my daughter called me 15 minutes later after my cutoff time to ask me where I was. And I only live about 7 minutes away from my job. My daughter was worried because she know the time that she normally would get home. So she was like so energized she forgot to clock out. That's her testimony. Now, for me, Cocoa Blue, I guess I'm the mermaid. Cocoa Blue is Summer Max. I have so much energy. You hear me? Even when I was going to physical therapy, they go, here come ambitious. They would call me ambitious. That was my name there. And I feel so good on the inside and out. I really do. And I was telling Tina Stone, well, Quintina, she's going to come up next. I said, Tina, she's 3 hours behind. I couldn't go to sleep. I said, so I knew I could call her. It was like 12 o'clock my time. I said, I'm sitting here looking crazy. I can't go to sleep. I said, this Cocoa Blue has me up every night. Then she said, don't you have some sleep magnesium? I said, yes, I do. So I put some of that on and I went to sleep. Of course, you don't know when you go. I know. When you find yourself, you're waking up in the morning, oh, I did go to sleep. Well, what I have to do now, and I did test this out, I only can do one scoop, okay? Because if I do two scoops, y'all might see me outside flagging somebody down, all right? Hey, but I just want to say that I love the cocoa blue. I feel good on the inside, and I'm hoping I'm looking good on the outside. Thank you so much, Coach.
All right, Doc. I was excited to see you walk out of your last physical therapy session. From those you don't know, she had a knee replacement knee replacement surgery, and that's a major surgery. I mean,
Yes.
I worked in workers' compensation insurance for a number of years, and so my adjusters, we handle a lot of claims for people that required a total knee replacement, and
Oh,
some of them didn't had to have their leg amputated from complications. All
oh
right.
my God.
My mother-in-law, she had her knee replaced and she developed blood clots, right? So that's a major surgery. But I saw you walk out. I know you had your cane. I know they want you to have that, but it looked like
Yes.
you could walk out without it.
Right.
And Cocoa Blue, it does have an anti inflammation benefit, right, throughout the
Yes.
body. So I think that's probably one of the things that help your body recover quicker. And you can even
Very quick.
those physical therapy sessions they're painful. I hurt my knee twice, so I understand what it's like to rehab, the lower extremity.
Yes.
And you're like my wife. She uses one scoop. She doesn't use two. All right. The one day she used two scoops. I'm sitting at the dining room table. We were sitting down talking. Next thing I know, she's up on the treadmill. She's like,
Okay.
I have so much. She was so much energy. But in her skin, it's the what's that compound the body produces? Collagen. It helps
Collagen?
produce more of that in the body. So it triggers
Right.
your body to produce more. That's why people are saying their skin and nails look better, right? So my wife, she's going to stop taking the product she was using and just use Cocoa Blue because her skin and her hair and nails are longer, stronger, and her skin's clear, which is great. And so you got to tell your friend, don't give them jobs more of her time than they pay for.
I will let her
These
know.
jobs, they take advantage of you. They don't tell her she got to like set her timer or something so she can get off work on time. Because these jobs,
Yes.
they'll take advantage of you. But I asked Paula, I said, Paula, I think on the website we need to have a take the Cocoa Blue 7-day challenge for people who drink energy drinks, right? Give Cocoa Blue a try for 7 days and
Right.
keep track of how you feel, how you felt before the energy drink and how you felt afterward, right? And you decide that let them decide which route they want to continue doing. They want to continue buying Cocoa Blue, or they want to buy energy drinks that have all that caffeine and sugar and stuff in it, right? We don't have any of that. So I asked Paula to put that on the website. So we'll see. But
All righty.
that's good. Thank you for sharing. Anything else you want to share?
That's it. Thank you for having me.
All right, appreciate you. Come back and share more. I know you have a lot to share, so
I have a lot.
come back and share. But
Thank you.
that's the story. All right, let me get Cantina up. You should be able to unmute. Making good time tonight.
I,
Hey, Tina.
well, I have a testimony in regards to my son that's in South Korea. Once I switched over to Zilara, he signed up as my customer and he had ordered Cocoa Blue and Nova Coffee.
Mm.
So once I got notification that he had received it, I called him. I said, "You got your Cocoa Blue?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "Have you tried it yet?" He going, "No." Me being a mother, I was like, "Okay, well, I'm on this call with you, and I always FaceTime him with WhatsApp." I said, "Go on right now and mix up your Cocoa Blue." So he opened it up and everything and stirred it up. And I said, "Now, I know you like taste just like your dad." I said, "You have any organic apple juice?" And he going, "Yeah." So I said, "Fill it up 8 ounces of the apple juice and then put 1 scoop." I said, "Try it with 1 scoop of the Cocoa Blue." So he did that. He stirred it up And I said, okay, now tell me what you think, what it tastes like. And he drank it. He's like, oh, this is good, Mom. I said, yeah. I said, and I was telling him the benefits of it, and he was reading the back of the label and everything. I said, okay. And he down that real quick. I said, okay. I said, so you've got Nova coffee there, right? He's like, yeah. I said, how long have you had it? He's like, well, my order before this one, I ordered Nova coffee. I said, did you try the Nova coffee? And he's like, well, I haven't opened it yet. I said, well, we're going to try it now. And so I had him to go ahead and mix it up. He drinks his black. And he's like, the only thing he said, I've been trying to find coffee that wasn't real bitter. And so I said, well, you don't have to worry about it being bitter. So he mixed it up and he started sipping it. He's like, this is really smooth. I said, yep. I said, and you know what else? I said, it helps with your focus as well. He's like, wow. And because with him being in the army and he have soldiers that he's responsible for, and then some days, his jobs can be challenging. So I talked to him the other day and he told me, he's like, Mom, that cocoa blue is the bomb. He said, I got through my whole day and we had to go out and we were doing PT and I was like energized. And he's got 3 girls that keeps him busy. And with them being out for summer, he's like, they had me going here, had me going there. And normally after I have a day out with him, I'm just wiped out. But he felt so good and energized. And so I told him, I said, this is something that benefits you, and this is something you need to take every single day. And I asked him also, I said, well, what about the vitality tea? He said, oh, I drink that one. He said, I drink that religiously. And he said, I noticed that I'm not drinking a lot of sodas and things like that. He said, and it's been great. I really like it. So that's one testimony. Mine is the Cocoa Blue. And I had to order the Slimmer Pro because I had ran out. So I did that mermaid with the Cocoa Blue. And I tell you what, I can only use 1 scoop of Cocoa Blue because when I did the 2 scoops, it was midnight and I still couldn't go to sleep. I was like a Energizer bunny. And so now I use one, but it also curbs my appetite to the point I'm not hungry, but I have all this energy. And I'm just really loving that. So that's the first thing I take in the morning. The last thing I do at night is my black seed oil. And that's what I do at night. I take that in the morning as well. So I take the black seed oil twice a day.
That's awesome, T. And thanks for sharing. Now, when he no, he's in South Korea. I know he's in the military.
Yes.
Does his package go to a PMB like a
It goes to their post. Because he
okay.
live on base, so it
Yeah.
goes to their post office box there.
Okay. Yeah, because the company we don't ship directly to South Korea for people unless
Right.
they're in the military.
But
Some
he has a APO address and his
yeah, that's right.
APO,
Yeah.
and his frat brothers. I told him after he was talking about how excited he is with the Cocoa Blue. I told him, I said, well, you can go ahead and with
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
share your link with your brothers.
You
I said, and let them know your testimony. Give your testimony of what it has done for you,
mhm.
because his frat brothers, they're in the military as well.
Okay.
So
Yeah, he has to share with them. Are they what fraternity are they? Are they Q dog? Are they Q dogs?
No,
Oh, okay.
they're alpha.
Is Alpha the black and gold ones?
Yes.
Okay, I thought they Q dogs they're purple. I know they're purple, so
Uh-huh.
you can mix
Yep.
that and make it purple. So
Yep.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, thank him for his service. Yeah, I'm not surprised. As far as the energy, like I was taking it at first before I went to the gym. Okay, and I had so much energy, I felt like I could have worked out the entire day. So I stopped doing it. I stopped taking it before I went to the gym. This middle of last week, I started taking it when I came home because of the electrolytes, right? Because when you're working out, you're sweating out electrolytes, so you want to replenish them after you work out. That's why people drink the sports drinks because you're
Mm-hmm.
receiving the potassium, magnesium, those electrolytes. Well, Cocoa Blue has that. So now I drink after I do my workouts, and it's still great. I have energy the whole day. And Nova is the only coffee I can drink black and without adding anything to it. No creamer, no sugar. I can just drink it because it's smooth and it doesn't get bitter even when it gets cold. It just tastes good. And my wife is a tea drinker. We all have all these boxes of tea, and Nova is the only coffee she can drink. Is no Nova.
Mm-hmm.
But since I started Cocoa Blue, I only drink 1 cup of Nova a day, not two like I was doing before. Just
Mm-hmm.
because it truly, Cocoa Blue helps with the brain, and Nova is we call it brain fuel coffee. So now I'm
Mm-hmm.
getting that. Have my focus fuel go stick. So I'm doing a lot of different things, and Vitality is great. I drink that as my pre-workout. My workout drink is Vitality. I have that
Mm-hmm.
while I'm working out, and then yeah, Slimmer Pro. One scoop. I'm not surprised because you're not a large lady. You're petite, so you're kind of like my wife is 5'4",
Mm-hmm.
her body can tolerate less products than mine can. So
Mm-hmm.
I go all in. I did 45 drops of black seed oil the first time I used black seed oil. I was on a Facebook Live just demonstrating it, comparing how black seed oil was better than CBD oil, and I kept taking these drops. And then by
Mm-hmm.
the end of the video, I was sleepy. It
Uh-huh.
relaxed me so much. So that's why I like using black seed oil. I use it in the morning time after I eat, and at nighttime before bedtime, just because it helps me calm down. But thanks, Tina. Tell Anthony I said hello. Do you have anything else you want to share before we get to Miranda?
Nope, that's it.
All right. I appreciate you for hopping on, okay?
Thank you.
All right. And Miranda, I'll get you. Let me read what Lillian said. Lillian in Louisiana, she says, I went to Lake Charles for dance competition with my granddaughter. Climbing the stairs up and down can wear you out. Last time we went, I fell asleep on the performances. This time, with Cocoa Blue, I was up and at it. That's common. It's good stuff. Thank you, Lillian, for sharing. I saw you in the pool the other day too. I know you were doing your exercises. All right, Miranda, you should be able to mute yourself. I know you always have a good story.
How are y'all doing tonight?
We're good.
I was just like to say I start my day off with the Cocoa Blue myself, and I have also added the Slimmer Pro to it, so I stay full longer. And I have also noticed that my skin is softer, I'm glowing more, and then I sold 2 bottles of black seed oil to my husband's coworker, and he's wanting to order some more. So I'm trying to get him to maybe like sign up under me where he can order it himself.
Yep, that's how you do it. Many of us we keep products on hand. Like Coach Seymour probably has 1,000 bottles of black seed oil, and so he has his old block taken care of with black seed oil. He didn't have that many bottles, but anytime we have the buy one get one free black seed oil bundles, he buys the biggest pack because he's getting what buying eight and he's getting 8 bottles free. So he's getting 16 bottles of black soil. He has 96 now, 96. So, and that's probably one product he gives away the most. And then people use it. And when they want to buy more, he signs them up. And then they have their own website and they can log in and or order their own black soil, which is I'm sure that's going to happen with your husband's co-workers. But the Cocoa Blue and the Slimmer Pro, we call it mermaid juice. It truly does reduce the appetite. All right. I was the tester. It was my idea. I had said, Paula, let me mix Cocoa Blue with Slimmer Pro and see what it does. I lost 2 pounds in one day without trying. Right. I just wasn't hungry, no diet. And so I kept doing, I think I lost like 3 or 4 pounds in like a week. And I wasn't dieting or anything. I was eating my normal foods. So imagine someone, adjusts their diet and eats healthy and pays attention to what they're eating. They probably would lose like 7 pounds in a week, which I don't recommend. Healthy weight loss is 1 to 2 pounds a week, just so you guys know. Right, that's healthy weight loss. But depending on how far you are away from your body's ideal weight, some people will lose weight faster. But healthy weight loss is 1 to 2 pounds a week, and that's from my personal trainer background. Right, but thank you, Miranda, for sharing. You always share in our groups with your stories. And then let me read someone, I don't think she's on here, Maxine in Canada. She posted in one of our groups this morning, and she says, hey, everyone, I had weighed myself like 2 weeks ago before I got my girl thing, whatever. I don't, anyway, the girl thing, you guys know what it is, ladies. I weighed 238 to 239 pounds. And then today she weighed herself, she's at 234.4. All right. So that was 2 weeks ago. So that's about, well, almost 5 pounds, about 4.6 pounds, which is perfect. That's about 2 pounds a week. So she says, I've been drinking the Cocoa Blue. Also, I'm down a few pounds. Whoop whoop. Right. That was her post on Facebook. I took a screenshot. Yeah, the girl thing. I didn't catch the girl thing until now. I didn't catch, but I know the girl thing sometimes you ladies can bloat you. I understand that. But I think that is it. Thank you, everybody, for sharing. Let me see. Yeah, Coach Seymour gave 2 bottles of black oil away to a childhood friend. Yep. And we keep products on hand because if we have something we want to give away to people just for them to experience the products, we do it. But when they want to come back and get more, they got to buy it, except for my mother-in-law, my father-in-law. This 78, they're on Social Security. I'm not going to have them buying products. We'll just give it to them for free. So they can enjoy their grandkids and their kids a lot more for a few more years while they're alive. But hey, appreciate you guys for here's Maxine. She hops on Facebook. So she says, okay, I'm gonna read it and then we'll wrap this up because it's 5:48. She says, hey everyone, I had weighed myself 2 weeks ago. I just read your story, Maxine. All right, thank you for sharing. She's a real person. I didn't make it up. She's on Facebook. But I got it. I got it, Maxine. I just read it to everybody. All right, but anyway, that wraps us up, guys. We're not having building this business within any hype. Most people that join us are customers. With HBN and Go to Sign, the 93% of our members were customers. And then everyone else were people who were buying the products and also sharing the products. So lots of opportunity for people who want to have a side gig like this. You have access to buying, using, and referring some great products to people and get paid some extra money. But so if you guys aren't a member of Zilara and you would like to become one, get back with whoever shared the video with you. Tell them what you liked. Was it the products? This was primarily a product focused call, but tell them what you liked. If you want to learn more about the business side, they can share information with you about that. But you're welcome, everybody. Appreciate you guys. But I appreciate everyone for being here tonight. You guys have an amazing rest of your Monday night. And so get back with the person that invited you here or share the replay with you. Tell them what you liked. You probably want to try Cocoa Blue. That seems to be the popular product we have now, and black seed oil. But tell them what you liked, and then find out how you can create your account with Zilara. Otherwise, we will catch you. We have training tomorrow night, but we'll catch you on Wednesday night, same time on the same Zoom link if you want to learn more about the money side. Right, we go for about half hour, and it's no hype, just sharing information with people. So appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Bye.